You're talking about drag and, anti-gay rights, and it's like, get
Elle, I love you. I wish I was the father in my 20s that you needed.
So, Elle King has some interesting things to say about her father, Rob Schneider. The 35-year-old is speaking out about the complicated relationship she's had with her father growing up. Now, obviously, her fame as a singer has a lot to do with her father and her career starting in the movie Deuce Bigalow.
Hi, would you like to buy some Girls of America cookies?
Don't hit me with that.
Could you come back later?
Eventually moving into a music career with X's and O's, reaching number 10 on Billboard. But fast forward, and just this week, Elle King ends up on the Dumb Blonde podcast.
Elle King is in the house, baby.
Wow.
And while she has some interesting things to say about her father growing up,
You do not know how obsessed I was with Deuce Bigalow.
Mom is tough. My mom, she doesn't give up on me ever, but my mom was like, she's fucking your problem. And he was like, what do you want me to do with her? And he was going to Amsterdam, so I was 14, and he took me to Amsterdam, and he,
Oh no, that's not a recipe for disaster.
she discusses her parents' divorce, and when she was 14, Rob hiring a 21-year-old Indian nanny to take care of her while he was on set.
And every single day I'd say, let's go to the flower markets. And and I would be like, oh yeah, wow, look at those tulips. And then I would dip back behind. I'd watch her freak out looking for me, and I'd go straight to the red light district. Every single day I would ditch the nanny, and she didn't want to lose her job, so she never told my dad.
Aww.
Anytime my dad would have me on a trip, he would forget that he had me.
And she goes on about the fact that Rob didn't really pay much attention to her, and she kind of just adventured around and got into trouble. It makes it sound like he really abandons her while he's on set of films.
He took me to Russia. I was probably 18. Actually, but the thing is, I refuse to waste a trip.
Yeah.
So he was in a basement getting ready to do some TV show. He had 2 security guards, and I was like, hey, we're in Moscow. I'm not sitting in this basement TV studio. I'm gonna go out. And he would always just be reading something whatever, take one of the security guards with you. I was like, great.
So, that part, kind of innocent, a father busy with his work. He has a security take out 18-year-old Elle to go do things. But then she goes into how he forgot about all of her birthdays.
My dad forgot
It's a
about
safe
every single
space.
birthday. I spent my 18th birthday in a summer school, and they brought me cupcakes, and I came home, my dad forgot my birthday. I go for 4 or 5 years without talking to my dad. Put out my record, and people finally started asking about my dad. My dad called me and was like, don't fucking talk about me in the press. I was like, get fucked.
So she claims that her dad wasn't there for her. He's obviously upset that she's talking about him in the press. And then she goes into being overweight as a child, and her dad's sending her to fat camp.
I was a really, really heavy child. My dad sent me to fat camp. And then I got in trouble one year because I sprained my ankle and I didn't lose any weight. Very toxic and very silly.
If there is a weight problem, your father needs to get more involved rather than send you to some camp.
I had already started getting tattooed, and it was 108 degrees. So I was having to wear sweaters because my dad was very anti-tattoos or any form of self-expression that differed from what he wanted.
So that's a lot of bold statements there from Elle. So the tattoo thing, a lot of the older generation has problems with tattoos. I know for a fact, my parents aren't the biggest fans of tattoos, but they always compliment my tattoos. They're pretty accepting and nice about it, but I know deep down, they probably wish I didn't have them.
I disagree with a lot of the things that he says. You're talking out your ass, and you're talking about drag and, anti-gay rights, and it's get
Oh no, I never heard that. I didn't know that.
He's just talking out of his ass, and I want to use this opportunity to say I disagree. I do not agree with what he said.
But the whole anti-gay thing, Rob definitely needs a little iOS update, and his feelings about that, I can understand where she's coming from. But as of now, we only have clips of the podcast, so we've gotten a little bit of a glimpse into how she feels about Rob. And anyway, fast forward to today, and Rob actually responds to Elle on the Tucker Carlson show.
So I hate to start with this, but I read what looked like a family tragedy playing out in the news, your daughter going after you in
It's fun
public.
being a parent, isn't it?
It can be hard.
And wow, Tucker just gets right into it. It makes you wonder what kind of scoop he was trying to get out of this. I guess I can't say anything. I'm getting a scoop out of this too. I'm scooping. I'm taking an ice cream scooper and I'm going right in.
I want to just tell my daughter, Elle, I love you. I wish I was the father in my 20s that you needed. And Clearly I wasn't. And I hope you can forgive me for my shortcomings.
Rob goes in taking full accountability, which I do respect him for. Like, I applaud him.
I love you completely. I love you entirely. I just want you to be well and happy with you and your beautiful baby, Lucky. I feel terrible, and I just want you to know that I don't take anything you say personally.
And, you know, he's giving her his graces to go full 4th of July on him. Talk your shit, vent your feelings out.
I love you. I feel that God has gifted this moment and gifted me to be able to just tell you I love you and I accept you, and I apologize for any of my shortcomings that I have. I wish for you to heal and be well, and that you have everything that you want, including the dad that you want from me to be. I'm here for you. I love you. Whenever you need me, I'll be there.
It seems like he definitely is taking accountability.
And anything that you said, I don't take personally. And if I could take away all your pain, I would gladly do it. And if I need to take the hit for you now, I'll do it, and I'll do it again gladly. My heart is your home, and a home is a place when you go there, they have to let you in. I'm sorry that you're having to deal with this. And
also, I do like the part where he goes into the fact that no family is perfect.
But this is a great opportunity because we can talk about families. I mean, show me a perfect family out there, and I'll be shocked.
I mean, listen, we're definitely in a generation now where people are airing out their trauma that they've had with their families growing up. Me, just as much as everybody else in the world, has had issues with their parents, you know? Parents are not perfect. We're not perfect. We're not going to be perfect to our kids, you know? Different generations are going to have different thoughts on things, and we have to respect that, you know? I'm not justifying Rob's actions, you know, if he wasn't there for her, but at the end of the day, you have to forgive and forget. Being trapped in a house with a parent for 18 years, you're going to have your disagreements. That's why you don't have your best friends as your roommates, you know? You start to learn a little bit about them. And I mean, this is just full speculation, but it does seem like he's kind of teary-eyed when talking about this. It's not easy having your relationship aired out in the public, especially with your daughter, somebody that's supposed to be proud of you, you know?
Ah. How are you, gorgeous?
Hi, handsome daddy.
I love you. Hey, that's my better side, so we're gonna switch seats.
What?
No, I'm just kidding.
You don't want to be a kid of a famous person, you know, and I'm just so glad that at this point in my life I go, you're Elle King's dad, and I'm like, yeah, I'm happy for her.
That's great.
And the new album's gonna be fantastic.
Yeah.
And I mean, look, no relationship can be as bad as it sounds if they are hanging out together. They are enjoying each other's company and having father and daughter moments like this. I mean, come on, look at that. Yeah, I just think it's honestly a shame, especially for Elle to come out this late in her career to start talking crap about her dad. But we all weren't there at the end of the day, you know what I mean? So I take her words with a grain of salt. It is kind of a shame that she has to air this all out publicly. That's all I pretty much have to say. Anyway, folks, that is the news for today. Let me know what you guys think about this story in those comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and you guys know the drill. Ta-ta for now.